Alright, so Dark Elf Magic phase, here's what happened. Starting with the scenario itself, I rolled a 6, giving us 3 extra power dices and display dices for our use. With that, my level 2 cast Soul Stealer on the Phoenix cards. Unfortunately, did not roll enough to do it. Then my level 4 did Doom Bolt. No, I attempted to do Soul Stealer on the same unit. Again, was dispelled. I did Power Darkness, went off. Was trying to do Doom Bolt with Power Darkness, only getting 2 dice from Power Darkness, by the way. Was dispelled again. Then I used her Black Staff. That went off again. And getting 3 dices. Kept to do Blade Wind. It went off. Blade Wind went off on the Archmage. But unfortunately, what happened was nothing wounded. Everything hit, but no wounds at all on both guys. So that blew that stuff right there. And then lastly but not least, I did Word of Pain on the Phoenix cards. Once again, just got dispelled. Alright, that's it for the magic phase. Now on to shooting. Alright, so Dark Elf combat phase. Here's what happened, starting with the black arts. Obviously you can see the white lines could not match the power of the black arts and were overrun and just dead. Over here though, the spears and the Phoenix cards, I guess third time the charm for the Phoenix cards, as they held this time. They didn't run. So it's going to stay another combat. Over here, my BSB challenged his champion, ate him up, but unfortunately it was not enough to break the unit. So other than that, shooting, we were just shooting, so that's it.
High up turn 5. Okay, a lot of things have changed. As you can see right now, I managed to successfully charge with my BSB torches, BSB, so it's going to be a one-of-a-kind battle. I couldn't charge with anybody else, but I could fly my Archmage all the way over here. So right now things are looking pretty good right now. Let's see what happens in Magic Phase. High Elf Magic Phase. A bit more successful this time. My Archmage managed to cast Fireball on the crossbowmen that were here. And they panicked, so now they're running forever. Unfortunately, it wasn't successful when I tried to cast Fiery Blast on this wizard right here. So nothing panned out too well. So on to combat phase. High Elf combat phase. And we saw right here, the Phoenix guards successfully pushed off the spearmen, killing off the wizard with their auto panic thanks to their fear. Unfortunately, they couldn't catch up to the high sorceress that just ran. So that didn't pan out too well like I wanted. Over here, so my BSB and my Dark Elf opponent's BSB both went into a fight. Neither one did a wound and neither one actually managed to do anything other than mine team won because of the outnumber. His BSB actually managed to survive that one. So these are pretty iffy. So now my opponent's turn.
Alright, so Dark Elf turn 5, here's what's going on. Charges. Black Arts charge the Phoenix cards, so that's going to be a fight right there. And I decided to have my Harpies flank the Swordmasters on the side, so hopefully with a little bit of magic help they can do some damage. Lastly, Shades moved up, getting ready to shoot down his wizard. My level 4 rallies. Hydra moves up too, getting ready for another charge. And that's it. Now for magic. Alright, so Dark Elf Magic phase. Here's what's happening. My level 4, well on the scenario, we rolled the normal on the scenario. I rolled the 3, so it's a normal. So my level 4, started with Power Darkness. It was dispelled. I used her Black Staff. It worked, so she got back 3 dices. Cast Doom Bolt on the wizard. Failed to activate it. I did Blade Wind. Surprisingly got 11 on 2 dices. It got off, bringing him down to 2 wounds and killed off his bird. Finally, she did Word of Pain on the Swordmasters. Went off. So now this combat's going to be a little more in my favor. So now on to shooting. And hopefully let's see what happens shooting. Alright, Dark Elf Magic shooting phase. Here's what happened. Down here. 5 Shades. Double pumping on a single target. Long move and shoot. And double 2 shots. Hitting him. Get enough wounds to kill him. Now, there's no more opponents in the magic phase. It's all mine. Now on to shooting. Magic combat phase. Alright, so Dark Elf combat phase proved very successful. Starting over here with the black cards. As you can see, black cards ate up the Phoenix cards, overrunning them. And so there's no more Phoenix cards. Now over here, both our BSBs could not land a wound to the other. And as for the Swordmasters and Harpies, Swordmasters managed to do 1 wound, Harpies managed to kill 2, and again they just pushed. So now it's the 6th turn.
High Elf combat phase. Pretty much did what I could to survive this one. This is the last turn pretty much. The Swordmasters managed to successfully kill 2 guys and won by 4. Unfortunately, both the Harpies and the BSB rallied.
Or did not fail break test. They both passed.
They both managed to successfully pass. Unfortunately, this is the bad side because now I have, even if I win the combat, I have the Hydra to face, so I suffers no wounds and all is set up. So unwillingly, I have to concede defeat.
Alright, well, good game anyway.
Combat, and they do for more battles. Closing comments from the High Elves then, a solid loss in our favor. Not much could be done other than the fact of what I normally do. So my MVP, of course, was my Archmage. During the matchup phase, he actually pumped out more than enough power points to kill off enough units to make a difference for the army setup. And unfortunately, he lost in the end, but he managed to make a good difference between the Spears and the Phoenix Stars. So that's a good bounce up for the High Elf Archmage.
Alright, so Dark Elves got another solid victory in their favor. Alright, we're doing really good. Really fun fight, especially with the scenario where it hurts the magic because my list is kind of magic heavy. It's really fun. I suggest you guys try it out for once if you love to play different scenarios. As the comments of the fight itself, a lot of things happened, a lot of back and forth in some of the phases. Mainly was just strategy at the end that ended up prevailing for all of it. So now let's go on to the MVP itself. Down here, my level 4, the General of the Army. She did a lot to really save me and did a lot of damage on her own. She took out a Bolt Thrower crew herself, wiped out some units, really helped support the rest of my army with the Word of Pain and the Soul Stealers and all that. Even with the scenario, she did really well, was able to pump out a lot of power dices on her own. So, Dark Elf MVP, my level 4 General.